Y'all, um, I wish I could show you how long it took for me to press record. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing anymore, but here we are. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. I'm back, sorta, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. What I did want to do though is come on here and talk about some updates or some what have I been doing? I don't know. I just felt like sharing. I'm going to be honest with you all. I have had ideas of videos that I wanted to make, but have not been as motivated to do it. Can't pinpoint the reasons why that is, but I don't know. It's just been really challenging for me to get the motivation to do the things it takes to make these videos, because it's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, here we are. So like I said, hello, welcome back. I am just going to be talking about some updates. This may be kind of a ranty video. It's going to be like free-flowing conversation to a certain extent. Okay, so what's been going on, Candace? A lot has been going on, so much. One of the biggest things that has been amplified lately is my spiritual journey, spiritual path. I feel like I am finally at a point of like fully trying to step into it and embrace it for what it is. I'm at a place of where I'm trying not to think so logically about it, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm the type of person that believes in the objective truth. As long as everyone knows that this X, Y, and Z is true, then I believe it too. And I can see why collectively we believe in this. But spirituality is different for me. It's like all these subjective experiences and subjective truths that there's no way to like prove that I'm experiencing this, or no way to prove that this is real to me. I don't know how to explain it yet, but I'm in my spiritual bag right now, and so much has been happening these last couple months in relation to it. I talked about before how I have been growing in meditation and doing my prayer with my Palo Santo. I've been having my crystals. I actually got a few more. I need to slow down on them. And that's like almost scraping the surface of what I've been experiencing. Some other things that I've been experiencing lately with spirituality, just quick things, there's like this ringing in my ear. And yes, there is a clinical diagnosis of that, tinnitus, I believe, but it doesn't seem it's been something that I've experienced for over a year on and off, and it's nothing that's like pervasive. It's nothing that affects my day to day. It just comes and goes, and I'm like, what? So now when I experience it, I'm like, okay, I feel like I need to be listening to something. Let me try to tune in to what am I supposed to be receiving, or what am I supposed to be getting? It's like a call to action to pay attention right now. And usually it only comes at night. Like throughout the day, I don't really hear it, but it's usually in my right ear, sometimes in the left ear, but that's something that I'm like, what? Another thing that has been going on is experiencing a lot of synchronicities with numbers specifically, and even words, some words. So I think a lot of people, maybe a lot of people don't know about angel numbers, but they're pretty much synchronicities and numbers that you see in your everyday life, and you keep seeing these same numbers. For a while, the numbers that I would see are the numbers 6 and 9, whether that's like, I'm gonna say it, y'all, 666. I'm gonna put it out there. I know. Trust me, I know. But that has been a number. 6969, I know. Let's grow up. That has also been a number. 999. For a while, I was seeing those numbers a lot. And then now, lately, it's been the whole 1111 thing, which I feel like is like quintessential spiritual girl. I don't know. But yeah, every day, whether it's AM or PM, I look at the clock at 11:11 or 1:11. I haven't looked into it just yet, but I feel like it's also kind of like a message of something's happening, or pay attention, or who knows. But that's another thing that's been happening lately. I've also been looking into general tarot reading videos on YouTube. I don't know why that was a mouthful to say, but they have been really interesting. And there's also an internal push and pull on how much I want to invest or want to believe in the tarot readings. But I will say a lot of the ones that I've come across that have to do with like spirit guides and what are your angels trying to tell you.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is just feels so weird to talk about because I'm constantly thinking of what is this going to be perceived as from everyone, but whatever.
But videos like that, messages that come up in those things, sometimes I'm like, was this meant for me? Like literally to a T, was this meant specifically for Candace? So some of those videos have been really interesting. And then dreams, y'all. I have been dreaming every night, memorable dreams, like vivid dreams. And I've been trying to journal about them so that I can, over time, go back and kind of start picking the themes that I'm seeing already. Some of the themes that I've seen are like me in like childhood homes or childhood environments, which has been, I still don't even know I don't know, but that's one of the themes. My mom has been in a lot of my dreams lately, which is also very interesting. I've been dreaming about relationships a lot lately, which is like, what, Candace? What is going on internally that this is coming up so much? I've also had a couple lucid dreams where I knew that I was dreaming. Like I knew, and that's been a crazy experience. I've had a really wild experience with sleep paralysis lately. And sleep paralysis is something that I don't experience that often. I probably in all have experienced it maybe five times. But this most recent time was terrifying. I was scared. Yeah, again, maybe I'll talk about that another time. But yeah, spirituality has been at the forefront of my experiences lately. And it's been ups and downs and really insightful, really cool. And other moments where I'm like, okay, this is exhausting. Let's take a pause. I need to be a vegetable for a little while. What else? What I've also been doing lately is reading. And I've gotten into a pattern or like a ritual with my reading. I now go to my local park, sit in the car, look at the water, and just read my book in the car. And then sometimes maybe I'll journal about what came up or something like that. So the last book I talked about was After the Rain. So I finished that, and y'all, this book, tears, man, tears. I really like this book for healing. So if that's the place or space that you're in, definitely recommend After the Rain. I want to read to you all one of the last, like a passage.
Do people use the word passage anymore? A snippet? Is that more appropriate?
I'm going to read a snippet from the book that hit home. It says, "My prayer for you is that you are brave enough to trust your process. So as you morph and encounter things that cause earthquakes in your life, as you face storms that you'd rather not walk through, as you empty out your boxes to start over, know and believe that you are not broken." Tears are rare. "You are becoming. Hard work is likely the hardest work you'll do. As you start to uncover and find new parts of yourself, things will begin to make more sense. Don't feel pressured or rushed to find your answers. Take your time and invest in your transformation. You owe yourself the opportunity to write a new narrative and stand tall in your truth as you press forward. Be prepared to reroute and get lost along the way. There is no requirement to know where you're going or what you're doing. And a major lesson that I hold near and dear to my heart is that there is no arrival point when you're on the path of growth. You learn something new and transformative every step of the way. I hope you believe in your ability to be bigger than you once expected. You are victorious in more ways than you know. It is never too late to prepare for the triumph after the rain." When I first read this, I cried. I was in the car crying. Just know that. The next book that I am now reading, I'm like halfway through, is Attached, and it's about adult attachment styles. Actually, I don't remember if I talked about this before, but this is also a doozy. It's y'all. So I am chilling by the lake, reading, journaling, reflecting, having a great Sunday. The book that I'm currently reading is called Attached, and it's about adult attachment styles. This book, y'all, girl. First off, shout out to all the anxious avoidant attachmenters out there. We are only 3 to 5% of the population. I am there with you, but we gonna work on it. Anyway, an activity this book is having me doing is a relationship inventory and recounting all types of relationships that I've been a part of, involved in, and reflecting on them. And y'all, I am sitting here laughing at myself mostly, because child, what Candace? Calling me out on a lot of things, and I'm like, yes, I know, but me being in a space of now I want to do better, it's been really insightful and really helpful. So adult attachment, may talk about this in another video once I finished it. If y'all have any book recommendations, whether it be like these self-helpy, learn about yourself kind of books, or just books for fun, feel free to let me know. Another thing that has happened recently is, let's talk about jobs, y'all. Let's talk about job stuff. So the last 2 weeks of December, I had so many interviews. And it's a good thing, but I just felt like I was interview after interview after interview, where I was like, okay, let's calm down. Let's calm down. But very thankful for it, of course. And at this very moment, as I am recording this video, I have been offered a job. Haven't gotten to the point of accepting it just yet, although I think I will. But the girl's about to be employed again, and I have so many conflicting feelings, because part of me is like, okay, yes, I need to get back into the working environment. But the other part of me is like, dang, this period of bliss, this period of doing whatever, wherever the day takes you, is about to come to an end. So it's bittersweet, but has to happen. Another thing, I have been thinking a lot about moving out of state. I think, I don't know, I have this feeling of, again, being stagnant and feeling like I'm not really growing in the ways that I want to, where I'm currently at. And when I felt this in the past, I moved. I moved somewhere and pretty much started over in a completely new environment, and actually thrived from doing so. So now that I'm feeling that again, it's kind of like, I don't know, this time feels different, because it is completely solo, and it's being done as an adult, where I'm like making every single decision. I don't know. I have a year. I also just renewed my lease, so I at least have a year to figure it out. But that's kind of the feeling that I have been experiencing lately. There's been family stuff going on that I just can't deal with. But just know, lots of ups and downs there as well. But a fun thing, last month, December, I joined my friend on her podcast, the Friday Night Lineup with Sharissa, my friend Sharissa. Sharissa. I was a guest host, and we talked about Camp Rock 2. So I will put a link to her podcast down below, and if you are a fan of Camp Rock 2 and want to know how we analyze Camp Rock 2, we were Camp Rock 2 stands back in the day. But if you want to hear that conversation, I'll put a link down below, and I encourage you all to go follow her podcast, because she talks about her and her co-host talk about a different childhood show or movie every week, and it's really fun. So I'm actually going to end that, because I just am. But as always, thank you guys for showing up for this video. I hope you all had a really great holiday season and a really great new year. I am feeling really good about 2022. I feel like this is going to be a transformative year for me. I don't really know why. It actually gets me a little emotional as I think about it, but we will see. Anyway, until next time, y'all. Bye, y'all.